Do you know why we are fathers? We beget children. As St. Paul said, I have begotten you through the preaching of the Word. There is a potency in the Word of God, and it begets children. And so God has given me an increasing share in His own paternity. That's a two-edged sword. It's a wonderful thing to have children. But boy, it can torture you. It can hurt you. Two-edged sword. I'm thankful for the children, but with each passing day, the pain increases. And He gives me, especially at night, in the silence, intensified vision of the plight of these children, poised on the edge of disaster, so many of them. I wonder in a mystical way how our Father grieves for His children. Oh, God is impassible, as we say in theology. God's impassible. That means, that word impassible means He can't suffer. In His divinity, He can't suffer. But God assumed a human nature. I mean, it is a theological fact that Jesus, God, the divine person, suffered through His human nature. And so in a mysterious way, God suffers. And in that paternity, that fatherhood, the pain, the agony over your children. The Our Father, when you pray it, think about it. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Yes, we are asking for the things we need. We need food. We need shelter. We need clothing. We need all those basic things. And we also need the bread from heaven. Jesus in the Eucharist, the greatest gift a loving God has ever given to His beloved children. Our Father gave us that gift of His Son. Give us this day our daily bread. What a gift, the Eucharist. Do not take it for granted, for someday we could lose it, as they found out in communist countries, as the Holy Father has often reminded us, talking about what it was like in Eastern Europe during the reign of the communists, how having killed the priests and exiled them, the churches were left empty. And after a while, the people would come back, filtering in on Sunday. They'd take out the priest's vestment, lay them on the altar. They kneel down in the pews in silence. And the sound of weeping was heard in Eastern Europe because they had no priest. They had no priest to celebrate Mass. They had no priest to absolve their sin. They had no priest to anoint them into paradise. And they wept because they had taken that for granted. They had taken their fathers for granted. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Another two-edged sword. I must forgive every offense, or I must not dare to presume to pray the Lord's Prayer. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against you. The measure with which you measure will be measured unto you. Don't be cheap with mercy.